Which one do you want to hear?
The little white girl.
Oh wow, okay, it's interesting. So, I grew up in a very interesting setting. My parents were not like accepting of like necessarily all the diversity of the world, but they were definitely accepting of like the paranormal world. So for example, when I was a kid, if I would say that there's a monster under my bed or there's like vampires in the house, my parents wouldn't just tell me, oh, forget about it, there's none of that. No. We would turn on the lights in the house, we would grab some weapons, and we would start chasing whatever creature was bothering us. So, that being said, you can... Ooh!
Excuse.
Oh, alright, I'll just back up a bit. So that being said, you can imagine kind of how my head developed as I was growing up. And so me and my sister would always like see things around the house, and like one of the things we would see when we would sit in the living room is we would see like up the stairs like just a little white girl, like always like just drifting by and running by, but she was pretty innocent. And now that I think about it, I'm like wondering why do they always have to be little white girls? Like all these ghosts and these spirits, like what's happening? What's in the way of them being able to go to the afterlife? I don't know, but like I never saw like a little Lebanese girl running around in the house. So basically, I was in peace with the spirit until like later in my life when all of a sudden my mom started freaking out, and there's like this room where my older sister used to sleep in, but she changed room, and my mom was like, don't go in there, there's something in there right now, like don't sleep in that room. And so whenever I would use the bathroom right across from that room, I would like be super scared. Like I remember drying my hair and like just looking at the room and being scared, and that lasted for a while. Until one day my mom again comes and super mysteriously tells me that it's fine now. I took care of it last night. There's nothing wrong with this room. And I was baffled because to this day, like if I ask my mom about it, she just shuts it down. And my mom is a chatterbox, so it's interesting. So fast forward to like in high school when things got a little creepier, because usually when things like stayed within the house and within my family it was fine, but then one day I remember we're at a school trip and I'm like telling the story of the little white girl to my friend, and we're all like, oh my god, this is scary, whatever. And then I turn around and my friend is just crying, and I'm like, what's going on, what's happening? And then she's like, the little white girl is in my house now. And I'm like, how come? And basically she tells me that like when she slept over once in my house, and she slept in that room because we didn't have anywhere else, you know? And I didn't think anything of it at the time because we were like, at this point it was like 13, 14, so you can't really act like you're scared of this stuff anymore, or you know, anyway, there's not like a social norm that's like accepting of like other people's spirits in their houses that I know of. So basically she tells me that she slept that night in that room and she couldn't fall asleep, and it was super creepy, and she saw the little white girl, and then after that she went back to her house and went to bed, and then woke up and there she was. And so after that I remember it was a whole ordeal. She wanted to change room, and there wasn't no room, so she was now sleeping in her brother's room, and I was like, wow, this is really serious. Like, these little white girls are out here to get us. That's my story. Thank you for listening. It seems like there's a Q&A portion to my story, so...
Okay, so wait, when your mom said that she took care of it,